Once again, live on demand, it's GW. Hey, this is one of my favorite horror films. It's Stephen King's Cat's Eye from 1985. This film is very cool in the sense that it's broken down into 4 stories that are linked together by the cat, which you see right there. Stars Drew Barrymore and James Woods as 2 of the major characters. And it goes into storyline fashion by having the cat walk around New York City and seeing Drew Barrymore ask for help. Drew Barrymore lives in a house miles and miles and miles away from the city. And basically the cat connects these 3 or 4 tales together. The first tale is called Quitters Incorporated. It's about a clinic that would help you quit smoking and takes much more devious methods as opposed to practical. This film is pretty much a hoot, and at the end does have a little bit of a twist. The second film the second story, I like to call The Ledge. This is about a guy trying to get out of a mob debt, ends up walking around a ledge. It's pretty slick in and of itself. Now, the third story is where this one really shines. The one that got me whenever I was little. It's simply, I like to call it The Troll. Basically, Drew Barrymore is tortured by a troll that is probably 5 to 6 inches big, maybe. And in the story, the cat comes to Drew Barrymore's house and tries to save her, save her from the troll. Now, the thing that creeped me out as a kid is this troll comes through the wall. I mean, drywall sort of disappears, gets sucked into a cave-like thing. This troll comes out and steals her breath. Now, the cat's name in the film, he's not given a name to the end. His name is General. Now, Stephen King did write all the stories to this. Drew Barrymore was fresh off a Stephen King flick called Firestarter. If you haven't checked it out, you should probably go do so. She plays Charlie McGee in that film, who when gets mad, consumes things with fire. It's pretty sweet. Now, Quitters Incorporated stars James Woods, and he gives a hell of a performance. And there is a Quitters Incorporated employee named Mr. Donati. Mr. Donati keeps tabs on James Woods to the point where James Woods becomes paranoid. That's what I like about the story, is that constantly being watched. In fact, I believe in the movie they use that song, Somebody's Watching You, and I believe it's in there. And it just adds the depth of that DVD, or this story. Now, in The Ledge, it stars Robert Hayes. He owes money to the mob. So, in order to try to get out of it, he makes a bet he can walk around the ledge of a building. And basically, you kind of see what happens. I'm not going to ruin it for you. The whole movie, I give it 2 thumbs up, not because of shock, suspense, scares, or crooked stories, but because of the atmosphere of this film. And because the stories are so woven together really good, that you cannot... Keep the camera straight, Greg. That you cannot, take your eye off of this. And this was one of those rare films from the 80s, whenever you say Cat's Eye, people look at you and go, what? This film is a lost gem. Simply, the performances of Barrymore, Woods, and Robert Hayes pull this thing together, as well as the cat, who you really believe, in this film, watching it, you really believe that there's some higher power driving the cat to save Drew Barrymore. It is an overlooked film, yes. Is it a great film? Not Gone with the Wind great, no. But I really do like it, and I think others will too if y'all check it out. It is also directed by a guy named Louis Teague, who does a hell of a great job with Quitters Incorporated, The Ledge, and The Troll, making Cat's Eye probably a surprising video rental or watch if you haven't seen it. Now, this film is rated PG-13. I know people see Stephen King and they go, oh crap, it's got to be art. No, this is a PG-13 film, and it really does push the boundaries, or it did back then for a PG-13. The troll story in and of itself, I gotta give it credit, because I remember watching this film and laying down to go to sleep. And I remember staring at the side of my bed on the drywall, waiting for a troll to pop out and steal my breath. It really made you feel scared. So I give Cat's Eye, I would probably give it an 8 out of 10. And they don't make films like this anymore, which is a damn shame, because this is really an awesome treat from the 80s. So if you haven't checked it out, my video pick, those are my 3 video picks for this weekend. You've got Fright Night, you've got I Spit on Your Grave, round it all off with Cat's Eye, and I think you have a Halloween treat, ladies and gentlemen. GW out.